Alright, what's happening everyone? This is Samjir Side, this is Tammy One, and yeah, I'm just here to give you a quick preview of the upcoming test matches between Pakistan and Bangladesh. First of all, congratulations to Bangladesh for actually winning the T20 match and winning it quite emphatically, quite convincingly, in such a way that a lot of the Pakistani cricket media experts went in on Pakistan and went in, showing their emotions as if they just got raped, and they're screaming helplessly. What can we do? You want us to apologize? We'll apologize. You wanted to break us, you broke us. You wanted us to be broken, we got broken. You wanted us to be ruined, we got ruined. What else is left? The destruction has to stop somewhere. Stuff like that. Obviously, I'm translating it from Urdu to English. Anybody who's seen that analysis know what I'm talking about, right? But yeah, just a quick thoughts on the test match. The test matches. Expect Pakistan to have a much stronger fight back, especially with the likes of Yunus Khan, Misbah-ul-Haq coming in. Saeed Azmal, he might prove to be also quite dangerous. Mohammad Hafiz also might prove to be quite dangerous, because I feel like, in patches, Mohammad Hafiz didn't do that badly in the T20. But then again, with Test cricket, you play with a completely different ball. And believe me, the Test cricket ball even has different physics to it compared to the ODI cricket ball. It actually operates a slightly different way, so your bowling tactics must actually change accordingly. So in that regard, Pakistan, especially their spinners, might prove to be quite detrimental to the Bangladesh batting. In terms of their pace bowlers, Bangladesh still need to be quite vigilant about what's going on. Bangladesh cannot afford to be complacent and have that condescending tone while approaching Pakistan, because you cannot afford, especially a team like Bangladesh, they cannot afford that, because Bangladesh has possibly Bangladesh has one of the most detailed history on what it feels like being the victim of condescendence. So in that regard, Bangladesh must play this game seriously as well. I'm pretty sure they will. Under the Rahim's captaincy, I'm pretty sure they will. Okay. Azhar Ali, he was actually known to be a more of a test match batsman, so expect a big innings from him as well. In fact, expect a double century here, or maybe a triple century here. But, goddamn, not Brian Lara's record. No, Brian Lara's record, I want that to stay intact for a very long time, and I want it to be broken by somebody other than an Indian. Because the Indian player will just bask in the glory. Just like any sportsman. But the Indian cricket fans, they will take this to another level, and they will start looking down on every other cricketing nation. And at that time, they will start looking at Brian Lara as just another piece of shit. So they'll go what's Brian Lara? Brian Lara is nothing like the Indians. Like Brian Lara, he wouldn't even be selected if he was an Indian. Shit like that's gonna come out of India, and you know it. This is why I don't want just for their ego. I cannot tell you how much with how much passion I hate the Indian the Indian cricket fans at times. Certain Indian cricket fans, I can't tell you with how much passion I hate them. Because those fans made a lot of those variations of the Maka videos. Yeah, they made a lot of variations of the Maka videos, and I've even seen stupid ass cartoons and all that, like all this bullshit, motherfucker, man. You racist motherfuckers, man. You racist motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say. Even some of the Pepsi Maka videos that I'm referring to. The Pepsi IPL Maka videos. Anyways, but oh yeah, I just forgot to say this. Should have said in the beginning. Thoughts and prayers goes out to all the victims of the recent earthquake, 7.9 magnitude, if I got that right. That actually hit the subcontinent, but mostly Nepal. So my thoughts and prayers go out to all the victims of those. Like it actually, apparently it was even felt to certain parts of Pakistan, maybe even China. Obviously, India and Bangladesh actually did feel it. In fact, the entirety of Bangladesh actually kind of felt it. But yeah, getting back to this match, in terms of Bangladesh, I wonder if picking Sumaya Sarkar was a good move. Maybe we should have picked Anamul Haq, or maybe should have picked somebody. Maybe should have picked Rani Talukdar, but they went with Imrul Kais. They went with Shamya Sarkar, and they went with Liton Das. Please don't play Imrul Kais. I don't know, something about that guy. I just don't like him. But then again, if they do play Imrul Kais, hopefully he will do good. I mean, he's not like god awful. Just against a team who's now backs against the wall and is only out there to prove a point. That's saying that okay, we're not as bad as people think we are. We're gonna show them. Against a team who is looking to prove a point. Kind of good idea not to put in Imrul Kais, especially when your point to prove is that you are improving and it's not a fluke. Yeah, it's not a 4-time fluke. And one test victory, will actually seal the deal here. Okay. The Bangladesh bowling, especially the pace bowling. You got Shahidul Hussain coming in. You got Muhammad Shahid coming in. Expect Shahidul Hussain to play the first test, or expect Shahidul Hussain and Muhammad Shahid to play both the tests. Because with Bangladesh's current 3-pace philosophy, which has actually been a good philosophy. Well, as long as they're not playing Abul Hassan bitch, right? You can actually expect that, and expect them to give up a position of of the spinners, especially when you have people like Shakib Al Hasan in the mix. You have the flexibility to actually play three seamers. Okay, now in terms of their spin, I've always been an advocate of actually giving Abdul Razak more test exposure. I don't know why he's not getting dude. The guy's the guy's kind of getting to the end of his cricketing career, Abdul Razak. This is not the way I want him to go out, with a whimper. I don't want him to go out like this. In fact, I think he has just one more World Cup, and after that, he's out. And he's been doing pretty good in the domestics, by the way. He as a spinner, he's been actually doing pretty good in the domestics. In fact, this match he took, I believe, he took 9 or 10 wickets. This last match, first class game, that ended. So, but we know he's not playing. But instead of him, you get Tajul Islam. Tajul Islam, what he can do is under Shakib Al Hasan's tutelage, because Shakib should not be underestimated as a bowler. In fact, like there's a reason why he's topping all those all-rounder charts, because he's not just a part-time bowler and a part-time batsman. He's a full-time bowler and a full-time batsman and a full-time fielder as well, and a full-time good fielder as well. And this is why, like, people like Ravindra Jadeja, fucking not rock star, cocksucker of cricket is what I call him. He's a piece of shit. And even like people like Yuvraj Singh, who's actually underrated as he is, but still, like, a person like Shakib Al Hasan is more legit than a person like Yuvraj Singh, because Yuvraj Singh is not a full-time bowler by any means. Shakib Al Hasan is a full-time bowler. So under the tutelage of Shakib Al Hasan, you can actually expect Tajul Islam to actually grow and be grow and get a lot of benefits and develop into a legit a legit bowler for Bangladesh. I mean, what was his debut? Was it 8 for something? He took 8 wickets, Tajul Islam, in his debut match. So that was pretty good. But given this match is going to happen in Khulna, maybe the Pacers will have more to do than the spinners, because Khulna, the last 2 or 3 test matches that happened there, they were like docile pitches, they're like batting paradises, and Athar Ali Khan came and said like I want to step out of retirement, grab my kit, grab my cricket bat, and just start batting my heart out over here. So yeah, maybe that. The other spinner, believe me, there will be another spinner, like Shakib, Tajul, and the other spinner is most likely going to be Jubair Hussain. And here's one thing what Pakistan did wrong and Bangladesh did right. Once Saeed Ajmal got corrected and once Mohammad Hafiz got corrected, Pakistan put them straight back into bowling. Once Sohail Ghazi got corrected, Bangladesh sent him straight back into domestics. I'm like, okay, you got your new action. Prove your point with this new action. Let's see what you got. And while doing that, they had other people in the mix. They had people like Tajul Islam. They had people like Arafat Sani. They had people like Jubair Hussain, who actually I'm looking forward to seeing more, because I like leg spin. In fact, I used to bowl in the nets. I used to bowl medium fast and leg spin. My worst bowling was the off break delivery. I just couldn't do it. Okay. But yeah. So expect Jubair Hussain and Tajul Islam to play the first match, and expect Mahmudullah to actually contribute this time around, because as a batsman, because he's kind of overdue. And that's about it. This test series, Bangladesh should at least win one match to prove a point to Pakistan and the world. Bangladesh should actually win one match, and they should. Bangladesh have been punching and knocking people down above their weight category for quite some time now. In the shorter versions of the game. Now, time to translate that momentum and confidence and form into the most legit version of the game, Test cricket. Alright, and all the best to Bangladesh Tigers. And I believe Rahat Ali is injured, so let's see who his replacement is going to be. Okay, I'm looking forward to comments and suggestions. It's Tanvir Sai signing out.